Shalom, we give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the honest apostles / elders, which are GMS, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth and sincerity. I want to do a lesson on today, man. This personal experience, something I went through personally today, and it just reflects, everything reflects on the scriptures, but it puts certain things in perspective. And it goes into, dealing with Esau. So once again, I'm going to say, call halal Yahweh Shem Shai, double honest apostles / elders, which are GMS, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching, doing with the truth and sincerity. Just in case I didn't say it, and through the spirit, I felt like I said it, just regurgitating it, so I want to say it in sincerity. Ezekiel, I want to go into Ezekiel 35 and 3, right? And it says, matter of fact, you might as well start at 1. Ezekiel 35 and 1 says, Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Now, Mount Seir, I'm going to go into the Strongs. See here. Go into the Strongs. It says prophesy against Mount Seir. So we're going to see what Seir is. The definition is hairy or shaggy. As far as a noun, pronoun, it says patriarch or the Horites, the inhabitants of Edom before the descendants of Esau, the Edomites. It says the land of Edom, south of the Dead Sea, a mountain range in Edom extending from the Dead Sea to the Atlantic Gulf, apparently also called Mount Seir, and extended most of the distance of the mountain range itself. A mountain in northern Judah lying westward of Kirjath Jearim. Okay, basically, Mount Seir is a mountain of Idumea, is Aboriginal occupants. Also in Palestine, but they're trying to play it off. This is a mountain region of the Edomites extending from the Dead Sea. So when you hear about Mount Seir, it's talking about Esau. It's crazy because the definition is hairy or shaggy. Okay? And then Most High said we must prophesy against it. So now this is another thing, that I stumbled upon through the spirit. Nate says don't prophesy against it. But the Most High says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. Okay, what is the thy face? Thy face is okay, they don't really give, it says thy face, presence, person, face, surface, adverb, location, temp, before and behind, toward, in front, forward, formerly, from, before, time, before, in front of, before, to the front of, in the presence of, in the face of, okay, in the face of, facts, in the face of, at the face or front of, from the presence or from before the face of. So the Most High says, set thy face against Mount Seir. So basically, Son of Man, Yasha'Allah, which is the Son of Man, set yourself in the presence against Mount Seir, against Esau, and prophesy against it. So he clearly telling you right here that you're supposed to prophesy against Esau. Okay? That's a valuable point. It's spirit speaking expressively, man. Alright? It says, and say unto it, thus said the Lord power. We're not out here being obnoxious and trying to stir up shit. We're just saying, thus said the Lord. Ezekiel 25th chapter. We have to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me Most High. So help me Yahweh. Yahweh by Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But I'm going to the subject. I just had to dig into that shit. It says, and say unto it, thus said the Lord, power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. What is that? So we're supposed to tell the people, tell Esau to his face, in his presence, that the Most High will make him a devastation, a waste. Okay, so we're supposed to tell him that he's going to be destroyed. You know, we're supposed to curse his ass out. Fuck a radio station. Fuck the repercussions, because ain't nothing stronger than the power of the Most High. If the Most High want to wake somebody up, if the Most High want to make you productive, hell, the disciples, when they prophesied and they went to jail. All of us could go to jail. You know what I'm saying? But they said don't speak in his name, and they went straight way out, spoke in that name, knowing they can get imprisoned again. And you niggas can't, Nate Satan, IUIC can't do it behind a radio station. That shows you who their power is. Their power is the government. You know, because if the government can shut them down, they ain't gonna listen. I mean, they're gonna listen. Okay. Continuing on, it says, and say unto it, thus said the Lord, power. Behold, Salakia, verse 4 says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast, this is the point I wanted to get, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. And this word perpetual goes back to long duration. Strong's G 5956. It is Iwalam. Iwalam. Iwalama. Iwalam. Long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, everlasting, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, old, ancient, world, ancient time. Salakia. Make sure you're in a view, lady. Yeah. Salakia, I can. What the scriptures say, it says, antiquity, ancient time, long time, of past, of future, forever, always, continuous existence, perpetual, everlasting, indefinite, and unending future eternity. So Esau has an unending hatred for Yasha'Allah, and that unending hatred, it started in the womb, and it was solidified when we took that birthright from Esau. That's when it was solidified. You know, that hatred became, he wanted to kill us the day he lost that birthright. You know, and that's why Jacob was hesitant to cross his path when he heard about him, and he sent one convoy ahead of himself. You know, so it says, verse 35, Ezekiel 35 and 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, okay, by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So what is that? That's talking about when especially in these times, man, our iniquity hasn't had an end, but basically when you don't have no fucking reason to fuck with us, you fuck with us. You know, Esau is renowned for that. You know, and hell, I was reminded of that shit today, man. They fuck with you. They don't have a reason to fuck with you. You know, you would be in everyday life. They already got their foot on your neck. They already got a heads up on you in society as it is. But they still won't fuck you up, man. Okay? It says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord, power, I will prepare unto thee blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith, thou hast not hated, basically Sith, look at that word Sith, I believe it's since, or conditional, or the word is you know, ah and ma, it's if conditional clauses of possible situations, of impossible situations, oath, context, no, not, if, whether, or, whenever, since, you know, that's why I believe it to be a since, interrogative participle, particle, but rather, okay, so it's basically since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So what is it saying? they did not. Esau is not a person that does not hate to pursue violence. That's why basically the scriptures tell you, you know, he's speaking smooth words, but war's in his heart. Okay, because he's always wherever a fucking mushroom cloud is, there's Esau, man. Wherever destruction and bloodshed is, there's Esau. Okay, he said peace, peace, but it's always war, man. It's always war with him. Cause why? Cause his blessing is a sword. Can't fucking help it. Okay. So Ezekiel 35:7 says, "Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth." Okay? So the Most High gonna wipe out all that shit, man. Okay? "And I will fill his mountains," which is his establishments, his governments, "with his slain men, in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in thy rivers." So it's gonna go from your big cities to your fucking country places to your hole in the ground, hole in the walls. It says they shall fall that they're slain. They shall fall that are slain with the sword. Okay, "I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord." And it shows you how wicked Esau is, because he'll say, he says what? You know, you shall throw down cities, but we shall rebuild. They're very arrogant against the Most High. Okay? So I want to get this scripture that's in let's see here. Like it, I can look for this specific scripture in particular. Bear with me for a second, Akim. I got it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Because okay, and we'll go to get to Isaiah 26:10, I believe. See if that's the correct one. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Isaiah 26:10. Now, the Most High said he has a perpetual hatred for what he has done for what Esau has done to Yasha'Allah. Okay. Uh, and matter of fact, let's get another scripture. Okay. In Zechariah chapter 2 verse 8 says, "For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto thee, uh, unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye." The apple of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's eye is Israel. Okay, we are the apple of his eye, and Esau makes it he has a perpetual hatred to pursue with blood on us. Therefore, he touches the apple of the Most High's eye. So Esau always like fucking with Jake, not knowing he's basically putting himself in a between a rock and a hard place, man. Okay, so let's get this scripture. Isaiah 26:10 says, "Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness." What is that telling you, man? Because niggas get in that mode of saying, oh man, I don't hate all Edomites, or as long as they ain't fucking with me, I'm just doing me, and they can do, basically trying to be that passive ass person to not stir up the pot. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, man. You gotta speak your mind. You gotta say what's up. Okay, unless basically they're gonna not learn righteousness. They're gonna continue to do what the hell they're doing. Like an example, niggas was cooning when Esau shot niggas down in the police system. Esau say all you gotta do is obey the cops, and nothing to happen. And yeah, and they say that, and then Jake was like, oh yeah, as long as you obey the cops, nothing to happen. Then the niggas obey the cops, they still got shot. So he ain't learned no righteousness. He ain't say, okay, y'all doing what? No, he has a perpetual hatred for Yasha Allah. That's what's in him. He has enmity between the woman. The snake has its enmity between the woman and the snake. The woman represents Israel. The snake represents Esau. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be a beef. It says, in the land of uprightness, he will deal unjustly. Okay? And will not behold the majesty of the Lord. He will not behold what's right and what's upright to do the right thing. It's all about just hating on Jake, man. And we got to deal with that every fucking day. So you're never supposed to get in your mind, well, I'm just, they're going to find a way to fuck with you at your workplace, while you're out and about, through police, through fucking, through ordering things. Like, you got a fucking cable bill and they fuck your shit up. They automatically thinking you the fucking perp and you lying. Let you have a complaint, somebody's harassing you, and you go through the proper protocols. They're going to investigate your ass instead of investigating the person that's perpetuated for as the accuser. You know what I'm saying? Or as the motherfucker that was causing the trouble, man. So Esau's system, he may present it like, oh, you got a chance to do something, and because his words are smoother than oil or smoother than butter, to get words in his heart. He'll sit there and say, oh yeah, all you gotta do is just do it like this and this will happen. No, that happens when they do it. But when we do it, it's a whole different ball game, man. It's a whole fucking different ball game. And that's what we gotta understand. And the Most High, the more they do it, the Most High gonna fuck their ass up. Okay? So in Revelations 18:6, it says, matter of fact, it says, Revelation 18:4, it says, I have heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. My people is Yasha Allah, the elect of Yasha Allah. And to come out of her is actually being beamed up into the chariots, because there's another scripture that says come out of her, but it's talking about spiritually, to not take upon her ways. This come out of her is talking about, based off the context of this chapter and book, okay, this is talking about the end. So it's talking about come out of her actually being taken out of Esau's establishment, because as we read earlier, it says every person that comes in and goes out will be destroyed. That's why the elect is going to have to be transferred through the fire. Okay, so it says that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. What is her plagues? The second death, which is fire. Okay, because the first death was the water with the flood and Noah, and you had the rainbow, and the second death is going to be the thermonuclear fire. Okay, because the Most High says he's not going to destroy the world by water again. He may use that same concept in certain areas, but he's not going to destroy the world with fire. Okay? I mean, with water, like he did in the flood. Okay? It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. The Most High remembers all the shit that Esau is doing on a continual basis, fucking with Jake every fucking day, making laws to fuck with Jake. Anytime Jake got something to say, they'll come with this theory to make us look like we really, they call us racist. You can't call us racist. We wasn't hanging you niggas, man. Well, not in this fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Not in your lifetime. You know, we wasn't hanging you niggas in the establishment of America. You know, why we can't call you? Why we can't say the word nigga? Cause you ain't the motherfucker. You know, if there's a history of when somebody is called a faggot, they're burned and put to death. And when somebody calls somebody a faggot and comes at them with aggression or even use it, they get offended. Esau's judgment is fucking fucked up and biased as hell, man. Because they could basically do what they want. But then when you say something or you got a problem with something, they're justified what the hell they're doing. Okay? So the Most High remember your iniquities, your unjust ways, man. It says reward her even as she rewarded you. Okay? So while you fucking with us, we gonna fuck with you. You know? Why are you late? Or what are you doing over there? Stop, pull over. You know, just because you driving and you walking in the certain. If I see a motherfucker of a certain skin tone in the kingdom of heaven, I'm fucking with him. I'm fucking with him double time. I'm smacking him in the fucking head with a fucking stick. You know, all off the rip. You know, like as a brother say, you claim the motherfuckers because we know the kingdom of heaven is coming. They know. You know, they know that they gotta see the Most High. They know in their spirit knows that this time is coming. You know, that's why they're doing what they do. That's why their spirit, they don't even know on a shallow level, but subconsciously their spirit knows. And they're like, I gotta get my shit off. Okay? And it says, and double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. So you fucking with us, you want tax, you want to follow somebody with the police and put us in situations. These motherfuckers be using fake fucking cars and setting Jake up and perpetuating Jake to be an animal and shit like that. You're going to be known as an animal. We're going to show the world that you're an animal. We're going to treat you like animals, man. We ain't got to say you're an animal. Everybody going to know you're a fucking animal because your ass going to be walking around with a collar on your ass, man, or some shit like that. Okay? This is how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow. What does that mean? I sit a queen and am no widow. Basically, they haven't been touched, you know what I'm saying? And they have not been brought low. It says, and shall see no sorrow. They really believe that they're not going to see the end. That's why all that God bless America and all that, the national anthem, they always want you to fucking get with this fucking national anthem and all this other bullshit, but they don't want to get with Jake with their trials and tribulations, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you all this, I ain't racist. Well, what the fuck you was at when all this shit be going down? You so adamant, these crackers always adamant to tell you to stop hating on them and love each other. But where's your fucking ass when Esau be coming down, the root of the wicked ass coming down on our people? Where's your ass at so vehemently attacking them, getting in the police shit? You know, like you know, it's always in the news when Esau does something. It's like, you know, the dude raped a chick and it was like, oh, he's on a swim team, and this and that, and blah blah blah. Then they had a dude that played basketball. He was a good basketball player, and they brung that up. He was a Jake, and it's like that shit ain't got nothing to do with this situation. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? But you'll do the same thing, okay? So they fucking, they're some fucking devils. The fucking the cracker woman is a devil, and this Edomites are devils. You can't get that shit misconstrued because we always focus on the Edomite man. We gotta remember the Edomite man always drag and hang the nigga, but it's always a white bitch, a so-called white woman, to sit there and say, oh, he raped me. Just like the bitch came out on her deathbed and tried to ask for forgiveness after all them fucking years of what happened to old boy, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. To having a dude that got beat up and thrown in the river, lynched and thrown in the river and shit, face all swole, Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying? You know, then she won't come out, you know, I feel bad about it. Bitch, you ain't feel bad because you would have said something right then and there. You waited till the coast was clear. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to get your repercussions. That's a so-called white man for you. They don't want to get the fucking repercussions of their fucking actions. Oh, that was my forefathers. That was this. That's why the Most High know how you fucking crackers are, and that's why He say you will be judged for your father's works, man. You know what I'm saying? For the iniquities of your fathers, man. These motherfuckers know. They know they got a hell to pay for what they've done, and they think they can escape it through logic. But their logic is unjust, man. You'll sit there and go and snatch somebody up for shit that happened years ago, but then you want to say, oh, that was years ago. I didn't do that. You know? And that, so what I just wanted to get that out. Basically, this is what I want the message of. This is what I want the message I want to convey, for lack of better words. Okay, Psalms 139:19, it says, surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Most High. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. You know, separate. You're supposed to not want to fuck with them, man. You know, it says, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Okay, do not I hate them, O Lord, O Yahweh, that hate thee. Okay, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? Because how you rise up against the Lord? You rise up against His commandments. Talking about gay rights and everybody deserves a chance. You'll talk all this shit about gay rights, but you ain't gonna talk about a monogamous marriage and be so adamant to protect that as you able to that you're so adamant to protect gay rights. You know what I'm saying? Because you're against the will of the Lord. You know, you're just so adamant to protect a woman, but you in court when it comes to children and things like that, but you're not going to do it to the man. It's very rare. Okay, you're not balanced. They have an agenda, and they will go against the will of the Lord. They're trying. Okay, so this is the point. 139 and 22, Psalms 139 and 22. It says, I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Okay, so let's look up that word perfect just in case Esau's watching this, and that means it's dakalayam, dakalayat. Okay, it says in perfection, consummation, completion, completeness, and completeness. Do not I hate them with a complete hatred. Okay, I count them my enemies. And the Most High said, trust not your enemy. When it says love thy enemies, talking about of your own brothers. Okay, it ain't talking about, because your enemy could be your brother at a point, which your brother went into a beautiful lesson. But there's also an actual enemy, and Esau is our actual enemy. Okay, so that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to go into that. With that being said, I'm gonna say, call Allah, Yahweh Shimi Al Shai, double honest apostles / elders, which are Jim Mess, and blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth sincerity. Shalom.